Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at Avax and Reef. Before we get into the charts, I want to say that I'm not a financial advisor and you should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you guys who are subscribing, liking the videos, joining the Telegram chat. All of your support is very much appreciated. So thank you for that. And yeah, do join in the Telegram chat. A lot of good stuff is going on over there. We are sharing great projects, helping each other out, and sharing our thoughts on the market in general. So, starting with Reef on the daily chart, the last time I made an update on Reef and AVAX was April 26th, and we were recovering after a major dip during that time. And this is what we're doing right now as well. We are recovering after a huge dip. So, we are on the daily chart, and I believe we were somewhere around here. Yep, there we go. And I did say that we can get this EMA retest, where the EMA bounces off the 55 EMA, and the price just skyrockets. And as you can see, that is exactly what happened. And we went all the way to 0.55 cents, basically 5.5 cents was where you could have sold your Reef and bought back in at the bottom, because this was tradable. This was very much tradable, guys. As you can see, you can buy these support lines and sell the resistance lines, because I did give you all of these support and resistance zones in the last video, and if you were following them, then you would be in profit. Now, what have we done essentially after we did that? Reef was actually doing very well. So this 0.038 is a major resistance or support level, should I say. And we are bouncing off of it, and we can still bounce off of it. And that is aligning perfectly with the 55 EMA on the daily. So if you want to get in, you can put in some money into this zone over here at 0.03817. But to round it off, I would put it at 0.0385 just to be safe, if you are looking to get into Reef, of course, but that is not financial advice by any means. Now, one thing I want to mention on the daily chart is that we potentially have made a triple top, and this is a bearish scenario. This is a bearish continuation, and there's the second top and there's the third top. So the neckline would be, I'm going to give you the neckline in a second. So the neckline would be actually the 0.038 cents. That would be the neckline. So if you're going to see in the next couple of days Reef testing the 55 EMA and failing to hold it as support, we can drop back down and we can try to buy in at a lower level. So 0.0357 is another place you can get a good amount of Reef, 0.033, and below that, anywhere between 0.028 and 0.033. That's where you can get a lot of good options to get into Reef. And basically our two kind of bottoms here at 0.028 and 0.0283 are the ones that you can also target. I'm just going to call those out loud just so you can hear them, because I know some of you are on your phones and you can't read or see the price tag. So yeah, looking good on the daily, by the way. We have made the bearish cross in the MACD, which means the price can go sideways for a bit, but on the RSI, we're sitting bang in the middle because we have made this top, and we're starting to recover. And I do expect an impulsive wave, because as you can see, Reef just shoots up out of nowhere for no apparent reason, and then, crashes hard down. We want to see organic growth. We don't want to have the EMAs be overextended. So yeah, as you can see, we are in between the EMAs, which means we are just trading sideways. We want to flip the 20 EMA to support and drag the 55 EMA a bit closer to the 20 EMA, which is the yellow one, and then start growing organically from there. Now, that is it for the daily chart. Now, moving towards the 4-hourly. So now on the 4-hourly, one bullish pattern that I'm seeing is a triple bottom over here, 1, 2, and 3. So this triple bottom is a bullish continuation. This means that this is an indicator of a trend reversal. So we can start climbing back up after this. So what we want to do is we want to hit our head on the 20 EMA, retest this support level at 0.039, and then come back above the 55 EMA and drag the 20 EMA for that bullish cross, because we want that bullish cross where the 20 EMA crosses the 55 EMA. As you can see, we have made the bearish cross, and we want the opposite. That's going to help the price stay in a healthy way. So that is pretty much it for Reef, guys. And we have been stagnant, guys. We have been very boring and flat, I know, but you have to give it time. You know, you can put in some pieces and bits into these support lines and just keep accumulating more Reef, and you know, it'll pay off eventually, guys, but not financial advice, like I said. On the MACD, we are going to see that bullish crossfit pretty soon, so I would assume that we can start hitting the 0.044, which is a strong resistance. As you can see, we clicked there once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. It's just a very strong level to get through. So also what I want to do is have the fib up. So essentially what is happening is, for the last 2 times, we're failing to get through the 0.618, which is the golden ratio on a retracement from this top that we have made here on March 14th, which is 0.058 cents, which is not the all-time high. The all-time high is 30 cents, but that was on the launch or on the listing day of Reef on Binance, so that really doesn't count. But we can see that we are failing to get through the 0.618 successfully. We have done it over here, and we're just retracing back down, and Bitcoin's correcting and spoiling the party for all the altcoins, basically. So what we want to do right now is have good volume, have the bullish cross on the MACD, have the bullish cross on the 4 hourly, and flip the 20 EMAs to support on the daily and the 4 hourly charts, and then we can start moving up and actually break through the 0.618, retest it as support, and then start moving back up. Because if we go like this without retesting, we're gonna break down with any correction and break down hard. But if we start climbing through the levels and retesting them as support, then that is what it's called healthy growth. So that is it for Reef. Rambling on, guys. Let's jump into Avax. Now Avax on the daily, guys, a bit boring, a bit flat, but in the last video I did give you these couple of targets over here, and I did give you some support zones that you can buy in. But essentially what happened is we were in this falling wedge situation pattern, and we started breaking out of it, and we got to our target, which was $33.34. Then we went back, we got rejected off of that level, bounced off the 20 EMA, and then we have been respecting the 20 EMA ever since, and that is perfectly healthy. That is great to see. This dip, this Musk dip, didn't affect Avax all that much, which is very good to see. Perhaps if you want to get in, then you can put in a bid on the $31.82 price. But if you want to wait for another pullback of some sorts, then you can probably get into Avax at $28.17. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure if we are going to come back to that price ever. I mean, not ever, but in the near future. So, you know, it's for you to decide your money. But I'm just saying, if we have a strong dip and Bitcoin corrects even further, which is very unlikely at this point, because we have gone down as low as 43,000.5, I believe. So, and if Avax didn't correct all that much, then I don't think this is a viable option right now. I think buying off the 55 EMA is the best thing right now on the daily. So on the daily, as you can see, the EMAs and the EMA and the signal line on the MACD are you know, pretty much glued together. So we want to see that retest. We want to see the bullish cross. That will help the price go up. On the RSI, looking very good in the middle on 54. So we're not oversold, not overbought, which is great to see. We're adhering to the 20 EMA, just growing organically, and we have made another high over here at $44. So that would be another strong resistance line that you can target, guys. But let's jump into the 4 hourly. There we go. Now what I do see happening on the 4 hourly is we do have this sort of lower highs type of situation. And how we want to, get out of this is we're going to come up eventually. We are going to come up and hit our head on this resistance. So what we want to do is break it, retest it as support, and then start moving in. Perhaps get rejected off of this level, come back down a bit, come back up, retest, and that would be healthy. If we were to break down, we can absolutely come back down and perhaps retest the 200 EMA, which is the purple line. You can retest it. You can buy back in at $35. Perhaps it would be somewhere around that price. But I do recommend always buying the retests of support and the retests of EMAs. So yeah, keep that in mind. On the MACD, we are looking to get that bullish cross into play, and that would help the price up. As you can see, the histogram will start turning bullish very, very soon. So keep that in mind as well. And the EMAs are glued together. As you can see, the 20 EMA and the 55 EMA are pretty much glued together. So we want to have that retest. We don't want to be overextended, just like we were over here. As you can see, the space between the 55 and the 20 EMA is large. We don't want to see that. That is called overextension, and that's when you roll over and you buy at these 200 EMA retests level. So yeah, keep that in mind. That's basically how you get into the projects. You don't buy at peak prices, guys. But also what I do see is we are constantly making higher lows as well. So potentially we are seeing some sort of a triangle over here. And if we do break out of it, and let's just see how well we can perform. So we are potentially looking at $48 per AVAX coin. That is if we break out of this symmetrical triangle, guys. And we could potentially break down as well. If we did break down, and you usually get closer to the apex of the triangle for a breakdown target. So basically, if we broke down, that would give us somewhere around the $20, $21, $22 price range. So you could target that, but I don't think that's a viable option, and I don't think that's going to happen because we are, after all, in a bull run. We are in a bull market. So basically what could happen is you can start breaking down and you would say, oh man, we're coming back down to the $20 price range, and then it just starts shooting up and taking out all the resistance levels. So yeah, keep that in mind. That is something that potentially could happen. So yeah, that's pretty much AVAX, guys. I'm very bullish on this coin. I see it going over $200 in this bull run. So keep that in mind. And let me know if you're involved with Reef or AVAX. Let me know if I missed anything out on the charts. I do also want to throw the fib retracement on the 4 hourly just to see how we are doing in general. Okay, so as you can see, we are always failing to get through the 0.5, which is where most of the resistance is going to be. So the 0.5 sits at $39.71. So if we break through it, we can't really solidify above it, and we tend to break down. So we've gone there once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5, 6. You get the memo. So we want to break through it, and once we do actually break through it, we want to retest it as support, break through the 0.618. Once we break through this golden ratio, the 0.618 is the golden ratio, guys. And once you break through that, the sky is clear for that full retracement, guys. And you perhaps want to come back down, and the full retracement is to $60. You come back down, retest to $51, and our 1.414 extension is at $76. So that's another price prediction that I see happening in a month or in a couple of weeks, you could say, because Avax is a very, very good project, and I'm very bullish on it, guys. So that's pretty much it. So that's it for this quick update, guys, on these 2 projects. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. Let me know if it was helpful in any sort of way. Let me know if it was easy to understand, because I do try to explain everything, because I know sometimes it can be confusing and a bit, frustrating. But, this is crypto. This is charting, and you want to learn all this stuff. You want to learn how to use the fib. And I do have guides for that on the channel, and the cryptocurrency guide playlist on my channel, so do check it out. And once again, I do want to say thank you guys for all the support, all the comments. It is really, really, really great to see. So thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Go and join the Telegram chat, by the way. Goodbye.